Welcome to Epochs Across Eras, where we explore the people and events that shaped the course of history. In our last episode, we followed Ying Zheng's breathtaking conquest of the 6 rival kingdoms, but victory was only the beginning. Now, he faced an even greater challenge, ruling a unified China. To do that, he had to become more than a king. He had to become the first emperor. In this episode, we dive into the transformation of Ying Zheng into Qin Shi Huang and explore how he redefined kingship, power, and legacy for all of Chinese history. In 221 BCE, Ying Zheng stood victorious over all of China. But instead of declaring himself King of Qin, he took a new title, Shi Huangdi, the first emperor. This wasn't just political, it was cosmic. He claimed to rule with the mandate of heaven, modelled on divine beings of myth. Under his reign, everything would be standardized: power, thought, writing, and even time itself. But what does it take to become an emperor, not just of men, but of history? Let's explore the moment China became an empire and how Qin Shi Huang intended for it to last forever. For centuries, Chinese rulers called themselves Wang, king. But Ying Zheng wanted something more. He believed his achievements surpassed every ruler before him. His advisors proposed a new title by combining 2 sacred figures from Chinese mythology: Huang, the legendary sage kings, and Di, the celestial rulers of the heavens. Thus the title Huangdi was born. Ying Zheng became Shi Huangdi, the first emperor. He declared that future emperors would be numbered rather than named. He was not just founding a dynasty, he was founding a new world. The Qin calendar would begin anew with his reign. Heaven and earth were aligned under one ruler. This shift wasn't just symbolic. It asserted divine authority and made him the center of the political, spiritual, and cosmic order. He was no longer just ruler of men, he was emperor of all under heaven. To rule a unified empire, Qin Shi Huang needed to destroy the old feudal system. He abolished the hereditary fiefs and titles that had plagued earlier dynasties and centralized all authority under the imperial court. China was divided into 36 commanderies, zhuan, each governed by officials appointed directly by the emperor. These officials were regularly rotated to prevent local power from building. Loyalty was to the center, not to clans or local nobility. He also standardized weights and measures, writing systems, and even axle widths to make all carts compatible on imperial roads. Coinage was unified, and the small seal script became the standard across the empire. In essence, Qin Shi Huang erased regional differences. He believed that order could only come through absolute uniformity, and he enforced it with legalist rigor. This centralized bureaucracy would become a model for every future Chinese dynasty. It was rigid, efficient, and terrifyingly effective. Qin Shi Huang wanted his rule to last forever, literally. He toured sacred mountains, made offerings to heaven and earth, and commissioned inscriptions on stone cliffs to proclaim his divine favor. He also sought immortality, sending expeditions in search of elixirs of eternal life. Taoist alchemists were summoned, and entire fleets sailed eastward in search of mythical islands where immortals lived. Meanwhile, the emperor launched massive projects to reflect his power. The most famous, his mausoleum and the terracotta army, an underground empire built to guard him in the afterlife. Qin Shi Huang wanted to be more than a man. He wanted to become a myth. His empire would be orderly. His life would be eternal. His name would never be forgotten. But the very obsession with permanence would also become his undoing. Qin Shi Huang didn't just build an empire, he built the idea of empire. His title, reforms, and symbolism shaped Chinese governance for 2,000 years. Every emperor after him inherited his centralization, his bureaucracy, and his quest for unity. But his obsession with control, uniformity, and immortality planted seeds of fragility. He ruled through fear and perfection, but perfection cracks. Still, the vision of a unified China, one language, one law, one empire, was his legacy. And even though the Qin dynasty would not last long, its emperor would. Qin Shi Huang became immortal, not through elixirs, but through history. Next episode, we explore the grand construction projects that shaped the empire's body, from the Great Wall to imperial highways. Thank you for watching Epochs Across Eras. If you enjoyed this journey through history, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Let's keep exploring the past to uncover the stories that shaped our world. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, and keep exploring the epochs that define us all.